Hey there, boys and girls. So today what we're going to do is have a look at some logic gates. Logic gates are pretty cool. You can take some of these little pretty simple redstone circuits and you can extend them all the way up to pretty much a computer, to be honest. I've seen some videos of that done already. It's pretty awesome. So you can use these for a range of different things and you can make some pretty cool stuff. So what we're going to do is look at some of the basic ones. We've got an inverter, an OR gate, a NAND gate, an AND gate, and a NOR gate. So that's pretty much like the 5 basic things that you're going to be using, and from that you can make a whole bunch of stuff. So an inverter, all that does is it turns the input the opposite way around, the output. So here's this thing on, we're going to take that down there, and then by putting this redstone circuit transmitting into this block here, what happens is when you've got an input like this, when you got a signal going into this block, any redstone torches attached to that block will actually flip up the other way around. They'll go off in this case where this is on. If I just take that signal away, there's nothing happening to those redstone torches, they'll be on as normal. But when I transmit a signal into this block, which they're connected to, they'll actually turn off, which means when this thing is on over here, this thing will go off. So if I just simplify this thing down just so you can see a little bit better. There we go. So basically when you go up one block, basically when you're transmitting into this block, the redstone torch will turn off and obviously this lamp will go off. But if I do the opposite, when this is off, nothing's happening to this redstone torch, so it will go on, which means I'm just inverting this input. I'm turning it the other way around. So when this is on, this is off. When this is off, this is on. Simples. Okay, next one is the OR gate. So if this one or this one is on, the output will be on. So there's one of them. There's the other one, still on. So either one, doesn't matter. Or if we put both on, that's also fine. So it's either or both, that's fine. So that's an OR condition. Then this is on. If we turn both of them off, then nothing happens. So it's one or the other, or both, but not none. That's an OR gate. Pretty simple. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mix these two up and make an even more complicated one. Not that complicated, but it's getting to be a little bit tricky. So this is a NAND gate. What we're going to do is we're going to invert the inputs to an OR gate. So if you see this section here, it's just a compact version of this thing over here. So we've got one there, connected together, and there's the output. That's just an OR gate. Compact it down as small as you can make it. And then what we're going to do is invert these inputs, and what that does is it means you get a NAND gate, a not AND gate, which means if this and this are on, that should be off. But anything else is fine. So if I turn this one on and this one off, you get an on. This one on, this one off, you get an on. If I turn both of them off, you get this thing on. But if I turn both of them on, this and this, then we get nothing. Okay, so that's basically all you need to do. Just invert the inputs to an OR gate, you get a NAND gate. Now that sounds a little bit weird, but yeah, that's basically how it works. If you want to look a little bit more into that, then if you read a book on Carnot maps, or anything really on basic logic gates, it'll explain that in a little bit more detail. This stuff's used in pretty much every bit of electronics you'll see, so it's pretty common. But this is how you make it in Minecraft. So just invert the inputs to an OR gate, and you'll get a NAND gate. Now to get an AND gate, so a condition where this and this will give you an on over there, but anything else will give you an off. So if I take one of those out, it's going to go off. If I take the other one out, it's going to go off. And if I take both out, it's going to go off. But obviously, if I put that and that, it's going to come on. To make an AND gate, all you need to do is invert the output of a NAND gate. A NAND gate is a not AND, and an AND is a not NAND. So if you just keep inverting the outputs, you'll just keep getting the same thing, an AND, an AND, an AND, an AND, an AND, an AND. That sounds really stupid, but anyway. So yeah, just invert the output of a NAND gate. So that's invert the inputs to an OR gate, and then you invert the output, you actually get an AND gate. So yeah, and last but not least, we have the NOR gate, which is literally, as I just said, the inverted output of an OR gate. That's what the N basically means. It just means inverted of whatever's in front of it. So invert this stuff over here, invert this stuff. So we've got an AND gate, actually invert it. So that, by not putting an inverter there, we just inverted that to that. It means an AND gate. And over here we've got an OR gate, which means invert an OR gate. So we've got an OR gate here, then we put it through a compact inverter there, and then we've got this thing over here. So for a NOR gate, the only condition that should be off would be only condition should be on is when they're both off, like this. because an OR gate, just a regular run-of-the-mill OR gate, is an on condition for this one on, or both on at the same time. So a NOR gate is the opposite of that. So for this one on, or both of them, it should be off, like this, or like this. But then when they're both off, it's on. So it's just the opposite of an OR gate. So yeah, that's your tutorial on basic logic gates. You got a NOR gate, an AND gate, a NAND gate, a OR gate, and an inverter. And then next tutorial, we'll look at an XOR and an XNOR gate. Fuzzy times. See you later.